We're all snowed in. No, actually we are snowed in. It's a blizzard right now. Hello and welcome to Intoxicated Masculinity. If it's Wednesday, we have a cocktail video coming at you, and this is our last cocktail video of the year. This December, with it being as bitterly cold as it's been recently, been doing some nice homey whiskey cocktails. I had another one I was going to do that I'm kind of going to push off the side for a little while, and I found this one we're going to do in Cocktail Codex, and it is the Snowbird. I kind of found this cocktail to be kind of interesting because, well, it is a whiskey cocktail. It is using rye as the primary spirit. It also has some aromatic ingredients, and I thought those would be kind of interesting to see how that worked out in a whiskey cocktail. The cocktail was invented in 2014 by Devin Tarby. Again, pretty new cocktail, so not a whole lot of history behind it, and I think what we really want to do is make it and drink it. Okay, we got all our ingredients. We're going to start off with a little bit of Demerara syrup. One of my pet peeves in here is they say it's half a teaspoon of Demerara. I hate it when they switch ingredients. I'm going to call this just a bar spoon. So, just going to toss in 1 bar spoon of our Demerara syrup. Now this is also calling for a cardamom infused St Germain. I'm not going to do that. I do have these cardamom bitters, so instead I'm just going to toss in about 3 dashes of cardamom bitters, and it also calls for 4 dashes of celery bitters. There's those in. We've then got our non-infused St Germain. In this case, we're just going to use a ½ ounce. Again, I was kind of attracted to this cocktail. St Germain is usually kind of thought of, I think, a lot of times to be used with gins and things like that, more aromatic type things. It's going to be interesting to see how it works here. They call for a very specific apple brandy. I'm just going to use our Laird's Bottled in Bond. So ½ ounce on this as well. ½ ounce. Now it calls for a Rittenhouse Rye. I don't actually have any Rittenhouse because I used it up on another drink that I'm going to do, which we'll talk about at another point in time. But I got a bottle of Sagamore here. We're going to toss in 1.5 ounces of our Sagamore Rye. Let's get some ice in here and mix it up. So, go ahead and put some ice in our mixing glass. And we'll give that a good stir. And as always, just keep your finger down here at the bottom. That way you can sort of monitor the temperature of the drink. I think I mentioned this before, but you kind of notice if you're making cocktails a lot, which I make a fair amount, I have a tendency to pull out the mixing glass a lot more in the fall and the shaker a lot more in the summer. Kind of interesting how that works out. All right, I think that's pretty well chilled. So we're going to toss that into our low ball glass here, rocks glass. We don't have any juices, fruit juices in here, or citrus juice, excuse me, in here. So we're just going to slowly strain that. And we're going to go ahead and toss in 1 nice big rock to keep that all nice and cool. Now normally this would take a grapefruit twist. Currently my wife and I are quarantined. We both got COVID. It's been kind of an interesting couple of weeks, so I'm out of a lot of things, so I can't do my grapefruit twist right now, so just imagine a grapefruit twist on it, which would be good, but I just don't have it at the moment. Anyway, there you have our Snowbird. That's a really interesting flavor profile. The rye is obviously, I mean, you got 1.5 ounces of very high proof rye, and that's going to take over. You get a little bit of the Laird's kind of around the sides, a little bit of the apple. The St Germain is doing a lot. So it very much is sort of an aromatic rye cocktail, which is not really what you normally picture. I don't think it's a bad cocktail, but it definitely, your palate is kind of taking a moment when you take that in of being like, wait, that's kind of a different thing that I'm not used to. I definitely think the grapefruit twist would have been a good idea. Sadly, just don't have any at the moment. I think this is, it's interesting. It's sort of like an airy old-fashioned, if you will. It's got, I mean, it's a rye-heavy cocktail, so it's obviously very spirit-forward. But I think whereas most of your old-fashions, you have a little bit more in the way of syrups and you know, your heavy citruses, things like that. And this is, it goes kind of for a more aromatic note. So it's so you're going down the same street, but you take a right instead of a left. Yeah, I like that. They marry together very well. Again, if you do this at home and you have grapefruit, toss a grapefruit. Honestly, even like a lemon twist would do fine, I think, on this. But yeah, it's a really interesting cocktail, and I think especially when the weather is like it is out now, something you might need to keep you warm. On that bombshell, I want to wish everybody a happy New Year. We are going to do some interesting stuff in June, and I've got something really interesting planned for February, as it gets very bitterly cold. And so we will see you then. Please drink safely, responsibly, but have fun. Yeah, enjoy your New Year. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good drink, and have a good day.